Welcome to a Healing Peace podcast. My name is Kimera Baker. I am an overcomer. I am very passionate about helping others to achieve an abundant life fueled by spiritual principles and emotional balance. In this podcast series, we delve into spiritual self-care. Yes, we will explore exercising our minds and bodies, but more importantly, we will discuss strengthening our inner being, embracing God's love, and being filled by the fullness of God. As you take this journey with us, we want to inspire possessing your authentic selves and happiness. Glad that you have returned. Can you believe it? We are doing our fourth series for this wonderful podcast. Yes, you have listened to me for 4 seasons. For my old timers, thank you for being with us. I do hope that you have gathered your morsels or nuggets of information to support you on your emotional wellness and healing journeys. For those who are new, welcome to the family. We are glad to have you. We are so excited about this new series, our new segment. If you've been listening for a while, our previous series, we delved into our healing journey. As we heal, we began to live a transformed life. Yes, I am in the transformation business. While living this life, you possess a new you. Go ahead, strut, get a little something going on with you. And I tell you, I find possessing a new you so important in this season. Yes, pandemic has changed our lives, shaped how we go about ourselves, forced us to deal with ourselves. But you know what? As we continue on our emotional wellness journey, it is necessary to cultivate and nourish who we are as people. So yes, as we move forward in 2021, we're going to embrace ourselves by practicing spiritual self-care. Also, I'm excited as we do have some great interviews lined up for this year. I came into the new year and God was speaking. I got some good things to share with my people. So we are going to listen and hear some incredible individuals bringing us goodness this year. And I'll tell you, we've been doing some planning already, and February is going to be on and popping. We have a great interview lined up. We're going to be learning some great things. Whew, I'm excited. But let's keep on our personal growth journey. You know how I do. After a while, I do be asking my questions. So you should be used to all them questions. So here's a question for you. Do you consider personal growth easy or hard? You may say, well, now, Kimera, that question and the answer to that question, it depends on the area that requires growth. I say, do tell me more. For instance, you may start a new exercising plan. I chuckle a little bit because I'm telling that little COVID got to me. I'm like, why do I got all these little extras on me? Anyways, the whole weight thing, sometimes we may consider it to be challenging. And sometimes it may be difficult to remain consistent in losing that weight. Thus, in this area of personal growth, it's hard. Yeah, it is. It's a little bit hard. On the flip side, you may decide to spend more time reading this year. Someone gave you a new book. You picked up that book, you began to read it, and you know what? You couldn't put it down. Page after page turning. It was so gripping that you read. You're reading that book. In this situation, your commitment to reading became very easy. But I tell you, some items require more attention, time, and commitment to see it through. We also know, which is so common, so this ain't nothing new, I'm gonna tell you, that every new year, most of us spend time determining new goals for ourselves. I must admit though, and I still wrestle with this sometimes, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't do too well with this whole goal making thing. And when people tell me they get so excited, and some people even do like those little board making parties. There we go. Vision boards. Sorry, trying to get that word right. Some people do their vision boards. They so excited. They can't wait to get through the year and start plugging away and changing up. Unfortunately for myself, because I are not necessarily good at completing goals, at some point, I do feel like a loser. In fact, I got that big L on my forehead that says loser. As I say this though, and I don't know how many times you may have experienced something similar. You may be that person that be like, oh, I got my goal, I'm ready to go, and you fly off. Whew, power to you. Teach us other people how to do it. But for those other ones who get started and it's hard for us to stick to it, I want you to know that God does not want us to feel like losers. You know, I say I got that big L. My dad don't want me to feel like I got that big L on my forehead. No, in the Bible, it states that we are more than conquerors. The Bible also states in Deuteronomy 24 that for the Lord your God, He is He who goes with you to fight for you against your enemies, to give you victory. Yes. Who wants to be victorious? Who wants to be victorious on this new year where we want to come out of this COVID weight, these COVID problems, just life? We want a year of victory, a year where we can have a smile on our face. And I'll tell you, one method that God provides victory is by setting us up. What do you mean by that, you might be asking? I'm going to tell you, break it down. Well, every year, for the past couple of years, God has been doing something real sweet with me. Each beginning of the year, like clockwork, He gets me to a place where I'm able to find my battle scriptures, my theme of scriptures for the year. Last year, I was so excited about my scriptures that I created several podcast episodes about them. Yes, I did. I couldn't help myself. My last year's theme included me knowing that I'm wonderfully made. And don't forget beautiful now, because sometimes we say, oh, I'm wonderful, but we don't think we're beautiful. But yes, the Lord was like, girl, you're beautiful. I want you to know it. And I'm like, oh, I appreciated that. I appreciate it. Another one was dearly loved. He wanted me to know that He loves me so much. And sometimes we need that to feel embraced and loved by God. The other theme was for me to take on a journey of meditating and not living in fear. Like being able to settle my spirit down, listening to His voice, calming myself, and in those moments connecting with Him in a new way. And of course, as I was connecting with Him, listening to Him, He gave me goodness so that I was not living in fear. So yes, that was my theme last year. And throughout the year, I will circle back to these scriptures and principles that I needed to apply to my life. I would love to say, yes I would, that He told me those scriptures and that was it, and everything was awesome. No, baby. We all know circumstances happened, and I did have circumstances. But in those circumstances, God led me back to those scriptures and helped me just to stay anchored in Him and not continually being fueled by the chaos. Can I say 2020 was chaotic? By the chaos of 2020. Well, in all of my wonderful storytelling, I will have to tell you that the Lord did not disappoint, and He gave me my theme for 2021. I'm not going to share them just yet, because I want to give you like some suspense. We're gonna get up to it. But throughout the podcast season, I'm going to bless you as the Lord has blessed me by deepening my faith in walking Him. All right now, because I've been talking for a minute, I'm going to check in on you, see how you doing. But as I'm sharing this, what about for you guys? What is the Lord pressing on your hearts? Are there scriptures that you're constantly seeing or referencing? I will tell you this. This is how the Lord done got me. Yeah, He did. As I was reading my Bible for the past several weeks, several days, everything that I read pertained to my theme for the year. And after a while, I was like, Daddy, I think you want me to focus on this information. And He did. And I encourage you, if you haven't picked up that Bible just yet, please go and spend some time. And I'm excited, and I know that as you're spending that time, God will reveal Himself to you in that way. And while you're reading, pay attention to those scriptures that possess the same theme. When God is on repeat, because we be on repeat, but God is on repeat sometimes too. And in that repeat, it is meant for us to listen as it truly does apply to us at that given time. Okay. I'm gonna move on from my Jesus. For those, I'm gonna tell you, for those who are ready to roll up their sleeves, to dig into their personal growth, I want to provide a great resource for you. I don't know if you noticed or heard or saw online, we did this towards the end of the year, but a Healing Peace, we launched our first online course. It is called Moving Beyond Emotional Hurt. It is free. It is great, of course. And I say that knowing that I'm a little biased, but it is great. I'm excited about it. This course is really a great start for embracing our emotional wellness. It is a great start in healing from emotional wounds. It is a great start for healing from our disappointments. In this jam-packed course, we have audio lessons taken directly from our podcast. We have a great companion workbook to assist with praying and journaling prompts. We also have steps and strategies for moving beyond our emotional hurt. We provide practical techniques to minimize emotional hurt prevailing in our lives. Sometimes we just, can I get a little help? At the end of the course, you'll begin to rediscover your value, be motivated, and feel rejuvenated. Because we believe in this course so much, throughout this month, we're going to provide excerpts of our audio lessons. Sometimes we want to taste before jumping into something new. I hope in the tasting, you will decide to take the leap and enjoy the full course. Here's a highlight from our course introduction. My name is Kimera Baker. My personal healing journey has occurred for decades, and it continues. It truly does take time to heal. Just to give you some information about myself, I endured a traumatic childhood that included abuse on all spectrums. These experiences left scars, bruises, and can I say, long-term trauma. On the flip side, During my journey, God has revealed his character to me. I cried out, God, when will all this end? I yelled, God, how much longer do I have to endure this pain? When would I no longer be scarred by emotional wounds, heartache, insecurities, and dare I say, just dealing with myself? When would my heart remain at peace? Yes, me and God had to work through some things. I had to wrestle and learn how to calm my spirit. In order to do that, I had to understand and know that he is with me. As my mom would tell me countless times, girl, God has never left you. That brings us to this wonderful podcast series. We are going to look at just being human. We'll explore how we hurt as humans. Sometimes when we're dealing with hurt, we may think that we're the only ones. Or as you heard me question, where is God in the midst of all of this? I would say sometimes our shame and guilt, the pain, makes us think that God is not with us in this journey. Thus, during this series, you will not only get to know me better, but hopefully see that God is with us. We asked the question, how do we really respond to hurt? More specifically, how do we respond when others hurt us? I hope through the podcast, you will see that we all are human who must navigate this world. But I also want you to see God in a fresh light. I want to encourage you that God is with you as you navigate this world and dealing with who we are. Wasn't that a nice introduction? I hope you enjoyed listening. Please go look up the course for yourself. Go to healingpeace.com. On the main page, in that wonderful picture of me, you will see a link that says renewal course. Go ahead, click it. Or you can hit under our resource tab, and in there's a link that says online course. Go ahead and click it. Join us, get you a friend, check us out, and start your journey to moving beyond emotional hurt.